The language of FOL is not the final word on the use of artificial languages to study logic. When the designers of this plane were satisfied with the way that this model looked at this level of detail, they built more detailed models of the aeroplane which were increasingly faithful to the eventual properties of the real airplane. Hopefully, they at some point built a model that was aerodynamically faithful to the final design and could be tested in a wind tunnel, for example. On a recent visit to the Boeing factory in Seattle, I participated in a study where we were able to test the interior of a design of an airplane. That model airplane didn't have any wings, but it was a completely faithful replica of the inside of the plane. We could, in that model, test how we felt about the legroom. They did not serve coffee, unfortunately. So like the model airplanes, FOL can be extended and refined to cover more and more natural language phenomenon. And those extended languages are increasingly complex. Their study is too complex to fit into a single course. Like the model of the airplane, FOL is easy to understand, but only an approximation to an eventual full theory of logic. FOL is a model of the right level of complexity for a first course in logic, and addresses an interesting range of issues in logic.
Now, FOL is a general-purpose artificial language. We use it to express information about whatever subject we're interested in discussing. If we're reasoning about mathematics, we'll talk about numbers and operations on them, like addition and subtraction. If we're talking about astronomy, then we'll use names for stars, distances and brightnesses, perhaps. And when we're talking about the people and pets in our families, then we'll use the names of those people and their activities and relationships. In all of these cases, we reason using the same logic. The same rules govern what it means for one sentence to follow from another, but the subject matter of the sentences changes from situation to situation.
So that's what we mean when we say that FOL is a general-purpose language. We mean that it can express reasoning in any domain by having a common core, which are the logical expressions of the FOL language. This gives us the ability to express facts about any particular domain by using specific symbols in well-defined ways. In the course, there are a few domains that we will refer to repeatedly, and some others that we'll just introduce on an ad hoc basis. The language that we'll most frequently use is the blocks world language, and that language concerns blocks of various shapes and sizes and their positions on a checkerboard. We'll also give many examples in more everyday languages concerning people and their pets.
And on special occasions, we'll use examples from mathematics. Now, when we do, the point is never really to do complex mathematics, and you don't have to understand mathematics in order to take this class. In fact, most of the examples that we give are pretty simple and just illustrate the use of FOL in this domain. In fact, the reason that we use these languages is to remind you that the principles underlying FOL are applicable to a wide variety of domains and situations.
We'll be making extensive use of lots of other tools in this class too, primarily software provided as part of the Language Proof and Logic courseware package. The package contains 3 applications called Tarski's World, Fitch, and Boole. Tarski, Fitch, and Boole are 3 famous logicians. These applications allow you to explore the concepts that we'll be discussing in the course on your own, and in the search for solutions to exercises that we'll set during the class.
Now, we'll have much more to say about the software as the course progresses, but essentially Tarski's World and Boole allow you to explore alternative ways of thinking about the truth of sentences of FOL. And Fitch is a program that enables the construction of pieces of reasoning using the language. There's a 4th application, Submit, which enables you to send the solutions to exercises for assessment by our online assessment tool, the Grade Grinder. So Submit and the Grade Grinder are used to take the exercises that you do in Tarski's World, Fitch, and Boole and get an assessment. Now, we think of the Grade Grinder as kind of like a teaching assistant who's available all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to give you feedback on your work. You can submit your work to the Grade Grinder as frequently as you like to get feedback as your work progresses. And then finally use the same system to turn in the work to us for assessment.
Our past students have found these tools are enormously helpful in learning the language of first-order logic and the ideas and concepts that we're teaching. The grade grinder in particular can be used to avoid getting snagged on simple issues that are easily resolved once an error has been pointed out.
Now, for more substantial issues and questions, we and our team of TAs are available to answer questions that arise in your work on the course. But don't forget the most important resource of all, your fellow students. By becoming part of the community of learners in this course, you'll be able to take advantage of a wide range of perspectives on the issues and problems that we set in the course. When you don't understand something, there'll be someone in the community who can help you, and you can help others when things they don't understand are things that you already understand. Now, details on how to access the forums and reach us during the course are available on the course website.
In the next class, we'll begin our journey studying the language of first-order logic. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
Bye-bye.